friends, no, your eyes are not deceiving you. In my hands, instead of 2 poi, I am holding 2 sticks. The reason being, I have actually been spinning doubles for almost as long as I've been spinning poi, but I've been very, very, very bad about disciplining myself to get better at them. I don't practice very much, and it definitely shows in how I spin them. So, starting today, I'm going to be doing a little bit of an experiment. When I first started my Poi Tech blog, one of the reasons that I did it was because I wanted to have an excuse to practice. And having to have a video out, say, like every week or two, was definitely something that forced me to have stuff to show, and thus to practice pretty often. So I'm going to try doing a bi-weekly double staff blog and see if it helps me develop my movement vocabulary in the same way that my Poi blog helped me develop my movement vocabulary for Poi. So today we are going to start off with a blog on how to do 6-petal anti-spin flowers with double staves. This is a trick that my friend Sticky showed me as I was just about to leave Kinetic Fire Festival this past year. Sticky is a very, very dear friend who I've known for years and who is one of my favorite double staff spinners to watch, period, bar none. He's also taught me a lot about double staff over the years, so I was really, really happy that he was willing to take out the time to show me some stuff. The most interesting thing about this to me is the grip for it. Usually, the way I was taught at least, is when you're playing around with anti-spins, with double staves, it's that kind of thing that you always have like pointed to like. So as you can see here, I've marked my staves with orange construction paper on the thumb ends, and I've marked them with green construction paper on the pinky ends, right? So normally the way I think of it is being thumb end points to thumb end, and or pinky end points to pinky end, and when you're doing anti-spin, it is thumbs in, thumbs out, thumbs in, thumbs out, thumbs in, or it becomes pinkies out, pinkies in, pinkies out, pinkies in, so on and so forth, right? Now, the interesting thing about the grip that Sticky's using for this is that it is a thumb end pointing towards a pinky end, right? So, in the starting position for this, I wind up having both of my thumbs pointed straight up towards the sky. And instead of doing both out, both in, both out, both in, there's an extra rotation that happens in this middle position here when one's pointed up and one's pointed down. The way it's done is if you take the thumbs on both hands and instead of pointing them parallel with the staff, point them sideways off of the staff as though they were kind of something dangling off. So on my right hand, I've got my thumb pointed to the left, and on my left hand, I've got my thumb pointed to the right. You take both of those thumbs and point them straight down, so now the staves are parallel, and then you point them the opposite direction that they started in. So my right hand thumb goes to the right, my left hand thumb goes to the left. We now wind up with an arrangement where both of the thumb ends are pointed down towards the ground and both of the pinky ends are pointed towards the sky. When we get here, we take the pinky end on my left hand staff and the thumb end on my right hand staff, push them out together, bring them back together with now my left hand staff on top and my right hand staff on bottom. Now you'll note, having done that, now both of the thumb ends are pointed towards the sky once again, just like we were when we started off. I'm going to do that same operation and take my 2 thumbs and point them straight away from the staves. So my left hand is pointing to the right, my right hand is pointing to the left. Both point down, and then left hand thumb points left, right hand thumb points right. And again, I have my right hand pinky end pointing towards my thumb end left hand. Both ends go to the left side and come back. So it's half rotation, push, and back. 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 Yeah? Now, the way I'm doing this is with my right hand going clockwise, which I think is the way I usually prefer to do it, but you can do it the other direction too. In which case, when you're doing it in this direction, where the right hand is going clockwise, you're always going to have the pinky end on the bottom staff sliding out. When you're going the opposite direction, it's the thumb end on the bottom staff that goes out. So thumb end goes out, we come back, half rotation. Thumb end on the bottom goes out, half rotation. Thumb end on the bottom goes out, comes back, half rotation. So on and so forth, right? Cool. So if you're used to having the thumb to thumb or the pinky to pinky, there is another way to do this in together opposite that also looks pretty good, which is to take your thumb to thumb and start on a horizontal like this, switch it to pinky, and you pop the pinky ends up and around so that they switch which side of your body they're on. Half rotation to thumb, push the thumbs down. Half rotation pinky to pinky, pinkies up. Half rotation thumb to thumb, thumbs down. Yeah? And this, of course, is in together opposite instead of split time opposite. But for those of us who don't mind playing in that sandbox, I think it looks pretty cool too. Also, when playing with this, I made an interesting realization about essentially what the version that Sticky had first taught me looked like, which is that we kind of have an arrangement where there's like a little box in the center, and we have two odd petals sticking out to either side. It doesn't have to be this way, though. In this arrangement right here, we have the box on side to side, and the tips pointing top-bottom, if you can kind of puzzle that out from me moving with it. We also have that option available to us in split time opposite, and it just requires a slight tweak on what we already know. In this particular case, we're going to go thumbs out, just like we do on the counterclockwise rotation for the right hand, except this case is going to be clockwise. So here I've got both my thumbs pointing top and my right hand is on top. I'm going to push my right pinky, my left thumb out, and I'm going to do a half rotation with both stabs on the side. So now it's my left hand pinky end that's out and my right hand thumb end that's out. Bring them back together, push them out. Do a half rotation, so now it is my right hand pinky end that's out and my left hand thumb end that's out. Bring them back, push them out, half rotation. Bring them back, push them out, half rotation. Bring them in, push them out, half rotation. Bring them in, push them out, half rotation, yeah? And really, it's just a different orientation of the same move. Yeah? Cool. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will hopefully have more fun double stuff for you in the next few weeks here. Thanks for watching, have a good week, and peace.